Hello students, welcome to the Engineering Geology and Hydrology course. Through the previous study, we have learned about the causes and prevention measures of karst, collapse, landslide, debris flow, and earthquake geological disasters. Today, we will mainly learn how to apply the knowledge of geological disasters to practical work. The compilation of Geological Disaster Risk Assessment Report. Geological Hazard Assessment. In identifying the nature of various disaster-causing geological processes, on the basis of scale and socioeconomic attributes of disaster victims, starting from the analysis of the stability of the hazard-causing body and the probability of their encounter with the exposure units. Objective evaluation of its potential risk. Carry out current situation assessment, forecast assessment, comprehensive assessment, construction land suitability evaluation, and geological disaster prevention and control measures as the main content of technical work. The risk assessment of geological disasters is an important work clearly stipulated in the regulations on the prevention and control of geological disasters, Decree number 394 of the State Council, which is of great significance to the prevention and control of geological disasters from the source. If the feasibility study report does not contain the geological hazard assessment results, the feasibility study report shall not be approved. So before the assessment, we must first understand the basic concept of geological hazard assessment. The first is what is called geological disaster. Just now we also understand in the previous content. Must cause a loss phenomenon of geological action. Can be called geological disaster. What is the geological environment condition? Geological elements related to human survival, living and dependence on engineering facilities, including physical geography, regional geology, formation lithology, geological structure, rock and soil types, and their engineering geological properties, hydrogeology, and the impact of human activities. What is the geological disaster-prone area? The area with geological environmental conditions and prone to geological disasters is called the geological disaster-prone area. Geological hazard risk refers to a certain degree of development of geological body under the action of inducing factors, a possibility of disaster and its harm degree. In the risk assessment of geological hazards, we often involve a degree of development, which refers to the deformation and development of geological bodies, and the characteristics of spatial distribution under geological action. The degree of harm refers to the degree of human casualties, economic losses and damage to our ecological environment caused, likely to be caused by geological disasters. Inducement factor refers to the factors of natural and human activities that cause the change of geological body. Geological hazard risk assessment is based on the following laws, regulations, norms and procedures. It mainly includes the regulations on the prevention and control of geological disasters, and the notice of the State Council on issuing an implementation plan for clearing up and standardizing the approval of investment projects, as well as a management method for the approval of construction land. In addition, we should follow the Geological Hazard Assessment Standard and the Seismic Parameter Zoning Map of China. If our disaster assessment is to assess the project in Guangxi, we should refer to our local standard Geological Disaster Risk Assessment Standards in Guangxi. In addition, local laws and regulations should also be referred to. Scope and level of assessment. Scope of assessment. The scope of geological hazard risk assessment should be determined according to the scope of geological hazard impact, the type of construction project, and the scope of construction land or plan land. The scope of geological hazard risk assessment cannot be limited to the area of construction land or planning land. but should be determined according to the characteristics of a construction and planning project, geological environmental conditions, and types of geological hazards. Level of assessment. Geological hazard risk assessment is divided into 3 levels, according to the complexity of a geological environment and the importance of construction projects in the assessment area. A Level 1 assessment requires a quantitative analysis and a comprehensive assessment of the risk and harm of geological hazards in the assessment area. A Level 2 assessment requires a qualitative and semi-quantitative analysis of the risk and harm of geological disasters in the assessment area, or a special analysis. A Level 3 assessment requires only a qualitative analysis of the risk and harm of geological hazards in the assessed area. Evaluation level determination. It is mainly determined by referring to the importance of the project and the complexity of the geological environment. Primarily refer to our 2 tables for guidance. For Level 1 and Level 2 assessments, an assessment report is required, while for Level 3 assessments, a descriptive summary is sufficient. The working methods of geological hazard risk assessment mainly include data collection and field investigation. Data collection mainly includes collecting basic background data, such as physical geography and geological environmental conditions of the assessment area, such as topographic map, traffic map, meteorology, hydrology, topography and geomorphology, stratigraphic lithology, hydrogeology, regional structure, and remote sensing and aerial survey data as much as possible. Collect disaster data, such as geological disaster development status, geological disaster zoning, and geological disaster prevention, and control planning of the evaluation area. Collect planning information for the proposed works. Field investigation. Detailed investigation is carried out according to the identified assessment types. The scope and method of investigation are determined according to the characteristics of the disaster species, mainly using tracing method, crossing method, and interview survey. Where necessary, measured profiles can be constructed, and exploration methods such as drilling, trenching, and geophysical surveys may be employed in order to ensure the authenticity and validity of the evaluation conclusions. It is necessary to ensure the accuracy, integrity, and authority of the results of field investigation. The main types of geological disasters we have encountered in Guangxi transportation construction include collapse, landslide, debris flow, karst collapse, treading and collapsing dangerous rock, and unstable slope. The working procedure of ground disaster assessment is mainly carried out by referring to our table. First of all, after accepting a commission of a project, a preliminary analysis of a construction project should be carried out. After searching relevant materials and site reconnaissance, a preliminary analysis of the geological environment and the development of geological disasters in the assessment area should be made. We can determine the scope and level of assessment and prepare a corresponding outline. After the completion, we will further collect existing data and conduct on-site geological environment investigation and geological disaster investigation, focusing on the development characteristics and formation conditions of existing geological disasters, geological environmental conditions affecting the existing and potential geological hazards in the development area of the construction project or planning. The assessment of the current situation. Prediction assessment, comprehensive assessment, and suitability evaluation of the construction land for the risk of geological hazards. The proposal of measures and suggestions for the prevention and control of geological hazards. the preparation of the assessment report's results, and the submission of the assessment results after expert review. In this lesson, we focused on the definition of geological hazards, the role and significance of geological hazard assessment, the scope and level of assessment, the main working methods and procedures of assessment. In the next lesson, we will continue to explain the focus of assessment work and the specific preparation method of assessment report.